Okay, we will continue now. Thank you for patience. Now next, our speaker is Nikolay Nikolov. He's founder and data science partner at Centrix Limited. He's seasoned advanced analytics director with over 13 years of experience in guiding international companies through successful digital transformation, ML-driven credit risk armor, and customer lifetime value enhancements. In his talk, he will demystify together growth hacking as a company-wide initiative with its potential to succeed or fail. But that's not all. We will immerse ourselves with an interactive RFM model demo to decode customer insights and boost lifetime value. The floor is yours.
Thank you, everyone. Apologies and thank you for the patience, and happy to have you here in this sunny Belgrade. Kako ste? Actually, we are not going to immerse ourselves in an interactive demo because obviously my laptop is not connected, so there's nothing interactive about this presentation now. But anyway, I'll walk you through. So please bear with me again. Thank you for coming. So many streams, such a lovely organization. I was actually here, I think it was Data Science Conference number 5, and this is supposed to be number 9, so 4 years ago. I talked about market basket analysis. This time, we'll try to expand the topic of digital transformation and hacking marketing analytics in general. So lovely to have you here. A bit of a minute again for patience. So who here is a head of marketing? Marketing director, IT director responsible for digital transformation? Cool. So I would love to meet you afterwards and just hear your thoughts. Because digital transformation, as many things, is just a buzzword, but it's not only buzzword if you do it right. Anyway, I'll start talking while we are fixing this. Just a few words about me, and this will be the boring part. So then we'll immerse in what is indeed the true meaning of digital transformation, and where is the place of marketing analytics in your company, and why do we care about hacking growth. So a few words about me. I've been doing advanced analytics for about 14 years now. I consider myself a hands-on director, meaning that I started building models myself. I've built them hands-on, I've deployed them, I'm monitoring them, but also I have been responsible for whole departments, building them from scratch. I've hired more than 20 people. For some of you, maybe that's few. For me, it was a lot. The biggest team that I had was about 10, 12 people, and it was plenty. Hearing them every day, talking with them every day, hearing them complain, hear them positive things, what's happening to them, it was plenty for me. I think it's working now. Yeah. So enough about me so that we have time. I'll save you a couple of minutes with the interactive demo because we are not going to be able to present it. But if you are interested, please reach out to me after the call. I'll happily show it to you. I'll discuss with you anything else that your mind is set to. So what is digital transformation? A digital transformation, guys, I'm not going to invent the wheel. This is McKinsey's definition. It is the rewiring of an organization with the goal of creating value by continuously deploying tech at scale. I love this definition. I probably can spend 10, 15 minutes only talking about all the cool words there. We can expand this, but please remember so many words that are indeed the meaning of what digital transformation means. Why do we care about digital transformation? We care about digital transformation. Let's use a textbook example about DBS Bank, a Singapore headquarter bank that as of today is present in 18 markets and has about $5 billion in profit. It's still being studied in executive MBAs throughout the world. What was their journey? Their journey was actually a long journey. That's why we have continuously deploying tech at scale. We don't have in the definition deploying tech at scale for 1 week. So they started in 2008, their legacy. What was their legacy? It was, thank you. Yeah, that's worked better. Thank you for the tech team. Their legacy, slow customer service, moderate financial profit, and a low-hanging fruit. So their loan-to-deposit ratio was speaking that they could be lending more, and they're definitely not the bank of choice in Asia. So slow customer service, moderate profit, low-hanging fruit on the market. So what did they do? In 2009, they embarked on a new journey. A new CEO was hired, his name was Gupta, and he said, we are going to be the bank of choice in Asia. So they started doing a couple of things, including hiring new people, but that was just a small part of the whole journey. The whole journey took, you can see, from 2008 till it's still going on. So initially, they started by saying, okay, we have a slow customer service, so we need to become customer-centric. We also need to introduce what they called balanced scorecards. What are balanced scorecards? Think of it as objectives and key results, or KPIs. A way so that everybody is measured by the same KPIs, so that digital transformation is embedded in the company goals. It's not something fancy that we're talking about. It's actually something that we want to achieve and we are measured by. They also said we are going to insource tech, because tech, we don't believe it's an investment, we believe it's an integral part of the business. So we're going to insource it. And what happened during their first wave, the Asian wave, they indeed became the bank of choice in Asia. During their second wave, from 2014 till 2018, they said, now that we're the bank of choice in Asia, we want to be the best bank in the world. We want to put the D in Gandalf. This is a very strange sentence to me, but that's how they explain it. They want to be part of Google, Amazon, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. So they want to be the D, the DBS bank of all the big players. So they invested 200 millions, no questions asked. Of course, there were questions asked. Nobody gives 200 millions without any questions, but they gave that money solely for the purpose of digital transformation. And what happened? They rolled out a program called Making Banking Joyful. It consisted of 3 different pillars. The first pillar was digital to the core. It means that everything needs to be digital. Fraud detection, transactions, acquisitions of customers, retention of customers. We need to embrace digitally. The second pillar was the DBS became embedded in the customer journey. So we don't have customer journey on the one end and on the other, the bank. No, they're integral part. The third part was how to act like a 22,000 startup. So they were a huge bank already. What does that mean? It means that they need to act with agility. They need to be able to deploy A/B testing. They need to innovate. They need to be able to fail fast, integrate fast, learn fast. So, but they did it. In the second wave, the digital transformation wave, they become the best bank in the world. So in 2018, 2019, they received multiple awards, including 2019 from Euromoney, the best world bank. And I think their goal was to achieve this by 2020, 2021, so they were faster than they initially thought. Imagine the bonuses that they had. So what is going on today? The third wave, from 2019 till today, the sustainability wave. A lot of talk about sustainability, and there's a reason that that's on the table. So they said, okay, we're Asia's bank of choice. We are best bank in the world. What do we do now? We give back. So of course they're continuing their journey of digital transformation, but they said we're going to be a responsible banker, we're going to be a responsible employer, we are going to create a lovely society. So where did that land them? It landed them with $5 billion in profit in 2022, which is 3 times more than when they started. They're in 18 markets. They have multiple awards. They even introduced a very cool metric, customer hours saved. So they were saying that they're saving 15 million customers' hours through the digital transformations per year. So they measured customer satisfactions from the very beginning till the end, until today, so until presently. So they achieved plenty. So that's a very nice success story. I encourage you, awesome use case, please deep dive in it. They have it at Harvard Business Review. So why marketing analytics? So first of all, what is happening today? We have unevenly distributed digital transformation throughout the company. Usually it's let's digitalize credit risk. We will have scorecards, we'll have great silos of data, but the rest of the business, we'll think about it maybe in 2, 3, 5 years. So that's not company-wide initiative. That's a silo approach. So that's the first thing. The second thing is marketing analytics. They work separately, and nobody is responsible about profitable growth. Some departments are responsible for growth, some for profitability, some for analytics. Nobody is taking the pure responsibility of profitable growth. The third thing is data is scattered among the company with questionable quality and often underutilized. And finally, when we are talking about marketing analytics and our potential, we are talking about cohort view rather than Jane Doe, or because we are in Belgrade, about Milica Petrovic. So nobody knows what Milica Petrovic's status with the bank is. What's our forward-looking strategy? Our forward-looking strategy, of course, it always starts with the business goals. Remember the balanced scorecards that they introduced in 2009? These are your business goals. You need to have them in mind. You don't just do cool things because they are up to date. And then you introduce marketing analytics, which is not that easy, right? You see the big slide, you see so many things, so many boxes, even hard to follow. But what do? First, we try to integrate analytics into marketing. We update tools and technology, deploy A/B testing, enhance capacity. We try to improve a relationship with our customers. Segmentations, recency, frequency, monitoring, value, that was the demo that I was going to show you, but I'll walk you through anyway. Conversion models, customer journey analysis. Better way to target our customers. Not only based on let's target more customers, but which are the customers that are profitable to us. There are tools like uplift models that can help you build segments for only those that the marketing campaign will have the positive impact on. And when we have all this, we can build the customer equity. What is customer equity? It's the aggregation of customer lifetime value for all our portfolio. But this is just the cherry on the top. But what is the actual foundation? We need data, and we need to store it properly. So we need single source of truth, we need single customer view, we need to know the quality of our data, we need to have a proper breadth range of our data that can serve our goals. We need to deploy proactive and ongoing monitoring. And last but not least, remember the definition, a rewiring of organization. Many people are saying that transformation from digital transformation is actually the more important word. So a rewiring of the technology and culture of the company so that this can be achieved. So this is the demo that we're going to show, but what is recency frequency monetary value model and why I wanted to present it? Because it's a simple tool. It's a way that you build and understand the relationship of the company with the customers. What is their status? So Milica Petrovic is in status A, Nikolay Nikolov is in status B. They know that different people are in different status with the company. Recency frequency monetary value, the name is actually self-explanatory. It uses how recently the customer purchased, how frequently they purchased, and what was the total monetary value that they provided on the table for us. So three-dimensional view to build segments on our customers. When you build those segments, the pretty cool thing is that you can actually start to understand your customer dynamics. So how customers move from one facet to another, month on month, week on week, quarter on quarter, depending on what your product is. So when you have this, and I've done it in one of my previous companies, you can start to understand gaps. So you will see that, for example, one-time customers that just purchase your product, maybe 70% of them, you start to lose them. They're just about to churn. Maybe they'll never buy your product again. If you reduce this percentage just by 15 percentage points, maybe that's plenty of money, depending on the size of the company. Not only that, these are called transition matrices. It would have been nice if we could see it, but transition matrices help customers move from one segment to another month on month. When you have this can actually be used as a foundation for your next step, building customer lifetime value models. There are some tools like Decision Markov processes that you can use to start and calculate which segments, what value do you expect throughout their lifetime in the future. It was nice because we talked about success stories, but guys, we need to build resilience. So digital transformation is pretty cool, but actually sometimes it fails, or at least we need to understand that it's not working for us, at least at this very moment. It might be working for us in just a couple of months, in 2 years, when we build some other things, but it's not working for us. So even if company like Nike and Procter & Gamble said that we're going to be the most digital company in the world, they faced the downturn of the economy and they couldn't proceed. So that's resilience. You learn that something is not working for you, and you don't chase it simply because it's hyped. McKinsey again said that only 15% of machine learning models ever go to production. What does that mean? It means that 85% of our efforts, at least from the machine learning end, trying to achieve digital transformation, automate decision, they go and sit on the shelf forever. So that's not great. If you want, meet me outside after the talk, and I can tell you about my fellow stories as well. I do have plenty of them as well. But how do we achieve this? Well, it's a company-wide initiative, so who's buying the coffee? You need to start thinking about who are the people that, for example, the guy over there that said that he's a CTO, you need to buy him a coffee, otherwise your projects will never move forward. So you need to understand roles and responsibilities. You have the chief executive officer, who is the guy who is on top of this. Without their help, without their support, you're never going to achieve this. So you need to have them planted those objectives in the balance scorecards, objectives and key results, KPIs, whatever framework you're using. And believe me, they're never going to say no to profitable growth. Chief marketing officers, that's why I ask, I love those guys. They usually buy lunch for everyone. They're very extrovert. They understand the customer portfolio. They understand their customers. They understand the environment. Do we need to go with digital ads? Do we need to go with video ads? Whatever works for the country and for the type of the business best. Chief risk officer, secretly a few of them told me that they actually wanted to be data scientists, but I guess that because they're part of the C-suite now, they're pretty happy, or maybe on the side they're just doing some Python or R work. Those guys, I've heard a few times that they're referred to as sales optimizations. You need to go to them and say, okay, if I launch this huge campaign, are you going to kill it with your scorecards, probability of default, or whatever you're using in the bank? Are you going to allow such a volume? And this is the guy that you need to shake hands with so that you can proceed with profitable growth. Those guys, they're not there to kill your business, they're there to manage the business in terms of risk, so super important. CFO, one-stop shop for every budget approval, but those are the guys that usually during planning of the budget season are saying, cut you, I'm not allowing this, the board will kill me. And they're right, so you need to make your plans, changing the CRM, for example, with them, or with procurement that many often is working for them. Chief technical officer, awesome guys. There's no digital transformation about them. So they're the gurus, listen to them. Analytical team, sometimes they're working with the CTO, sometimes they're working in silo. It depends on the company organization. Those guys, they understand the data, they can help you with patterns, they can help you automate, which is awesome. Automated A/B testing, patterns, building business intelligence reports. But when I said who's buying the coffee, remember those guys sometimes prefer mate, so be careful. And I'll finish with a nice quote, again, by David Gladhill, the Chief Information Officer for DBS Bank. He said, you don't just say, okay, let's do digital transformation, and it's going to work. So you need to embed the digital transformation goals in the balanced scorecards or objective and key results, and this needs to be continuously, like the definition, continuously deploying tech at scale, it needs to be continuously reinforced by the CEO. If you don't have the back of the CEO, if the CEO doesn't believe in digital transformation, most likely you're not going to succeed while it's their term. So thank you guys. It was short. Again, thank you for the patience. Lovely sunny weather outside. Please do find me on LinkedIn. Just type my name, Nikolay Nikolov, and the company Centrix, or just reach out to me outside to say hi. Maybe I'll be able to show you the demo. It's very simple dashboard built in R, Shiny, but I love to not only tell, but show, and that was the goal, but maybe next time. Thank you so much. Questions, suggestions? Meet me outside. The demo is, I think it's very self-explanatory. Please.
Thanks. Thanks, after all, for the great presentation, Nikolay. So the question is related to transition matrices. Is actually that is, I don't know, doing the PD or you mentioned something related to marketing, the usage in marketing. But I'm just curious, whether have you done some kind of back testing of that transition matrices, because they're really used a lot in practice, but I'm not sure whether they are really have whether it's sensible to use them all the time. That's the question.
So
it's a technical question, but
no. It's a perfectly valid question. Thank you for this. So Markov chain is a very old but solid approach. Should we use it constantly? Absolutely not. As I mentioned, it's old, but in many environments, it still gives very decent results, especially if you don't have a lot of fluctuations in the macro environment, in the micro environment. It provides stable results. I have tested it in the probability of default, building expected loss. I have also tested it in customer lifetime value. By saying lifetime value, you don't think indeed lifetime. You need something sensible. You think something sensible, let's say 12 months or 5 years, whatever works for your business. It has been back-tested. It provided decent results. It has been quite tested in the literature by very solid researchers as well. So no, you should not use it constantly. There are plenty of other approaches, but it's a good way to start. And this is my principle. Start simple by something that you can actually deploy. Don't try to do the fancy things on the first batch, because you might not have the single source of truth, the single customer view, and the quality of your data can simply be shit. So if you do this, you know, garbage in, garbage out. But when you have the foundations, you can start by something simple, and Markov chains are indeed a simple approach that anyone can do. Even you can do it in Excel.
Thanks.
If there is no more questions, we will end this here. Thank you, Nikolay, for the amazing presentation. And I have a certificate of appreciation for you. Thank you for joining us at the conference.
Thank you for the
Hope to
invitation.
see you again.